Hey everyone, it's Jeanette, Crafty Dog. I'm here with a bit of a video. I need to do a little bit of ephemera and I've got all these Mackie stamps. I've got all of this paper and I've got all of this scrap paper. So I just want to play a little bit, stamp and use up some of these scraps. So I thought I will use my stamps and do that. So I've got some VersaFine vintage sepia and I've got my it's walnut stain, so I'll use both of those and we'll see what we do. So I'm just going to, out of the scrap bin, I'm just going to grab bits that I can use, and I'm just going to grab my excuse me, I've still got that frog in my throat, my make sure I get it in screen, hey? And this is just to stamp on so that I get a little bit of give, and I'll just take out the stamps and I'll use my, I've just got a little box of bits to put the stamps on. So this might be a little bit boring, but it needs to be done, and I thought, well, so I can use the bigger bits like this and just stamp it sort of to that corner. These are absolutely gorgeous. Tracy's got some, Fox has got some papers that match these beautifully. Look at that. Just gorgeous. So, where's my little container? Now what I'll do is I've just got a little plastic and I'm just going to pop those in there, and then when I need them, they will be there. Oh, there's another little piece like that. So I might do one in sepia, and I might just turn it over and not in sepia, in the walnut stain. And I haven't brought my baby wipes to clean it. That's really, so these can sort of be ripped and put into a collage, or they can be just made as the centre piece for whatever. Is that going to, yep, for the centerpiece of the collage. You can, use this as the part to make the focal point. So I'm just basically grabbing whatever's on top, and you can still see what that is, although the writing is taking over, so we might try something a bit. With these longer bits I want to do something else with, so I'll see what we can fit on there. I might be able to fit up the top there. I have got an archival potting soil. I might use some of that too. I'll just rip that across there, and there we've got something to go on. Beautiful. And we'll that one. I'll get one more on there with a bit of different colour. Yeah, we'll do it this way. See how we go. Looks good. Rip off the little end bits. Now I can throw some of my little bits, I'll throw those little bits away. Might get through this and okay, so what I wanted to do with the longer bits Where's a smaller stamp? No, not that one. If I pop the little, I'll pop the little snail, and then I'll pop, because these are all the same height, so this is just a little bit of an experiment now. Another little snail that end, and then there's one here. How big's that? It might work. Let's see. Yep. And I want to use these like on the borders of a pocket, or you know, the border of a page down the bottom, just to add a little bit of interest. And then you know, some of them for like little belly bands. I do like the potting soil. Excuse my head if it gets in there. Okay. So that could look nice down the side of the page, but down the bottom of a page, I think. Okay, now I wanted to do one that will go this way. I don't think you will fit, but there's a little acorn here. Bring him down a little bit. These little ones. Oh yeah, I'll get those in a minute. It's that long since I've used them, I can't remember what I got. Isn't that terrible? So this one I'm going to use as a belly band. Now I watched somebody, and I can't remember who it is. I'll try and find the video again. And it was, she was using all her pieces and basically stitching a lot of them ready to just have as pieces down the, I'm just going to put a little bit of this guy there poking out from the bottom. So there you go. I reckon that will look very nice down the middle of as a belly band. What do you reckon? So, where's that little, another little one here. These are all teeny weeny ones, and I've got no idea what that one says. So let's just have a little look at him. Some of these I've got as a white lily. It's just words, so that could be nice just in the middle there. And then there's a little frog up the top, perhaps. We've got a couple of little acorns there. And that's a little vase of flowers. Perhaps I'll pop those up a bit higher. Just an idea of what you can do with your stamps. Now that one feels a little bit lower than the others, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see. yeah, that one's not even, you can see it's not even being inked. So I'll still leave the space there. And I'll just stamp here. And I'll just ink that little one up and pop it in there. Might do another one there. And because frogs are my favourite, another little froggy there. So there's another little belly band. And you can imagine once you ink it up, I might cut a bit off that side, it's not level, but you know, ink it up. That will get cut off eventually. How cool is that? Just a very simple little belly band. So this, I'm hoping to take some of this away and do in the van when while we're travelling, because whoops, sorry, I'm knocking you there. I'm not going to be able to do a lot of making, as you know. I've got to take minimal excuse me, minimal gear with us, and I'm going to my retreat with Susanna, so I can't, I've got to take the little bag with all that stuff in. Then yeah, that's another one. And I sort of, this is basically the width of a page, and my journals, I usually use the width of the page in my journals. Now these could be a belly band, or it could be cut in half and just used on the top or bottom, or you know, of a, you could just use it as a where's my little clunker, you know, you could use it down there as a belly band, or no, not on that page, no. You know, perhaps just like that on the side of a page. Just make it as a little tuck spot, which would look rather nice. These would look great on a textured on a page like that with the belly band. And then these other little bits, you know, just pop that on the page, screw it up like that, ink around it, and you've got a little focal point there. This one you could make into a little pocket on the side, you know, perhaps just cut around it or ink around it. So, and I bet I wasn't in frame. So like that. Like that. And this little one, just use it as a bit of a focal point on there. So lots of ideas there to, you know, use your stamps and do little bits with your stuff that would otherwise be thrown out. You know, if you've got stamps that have got words on them, use your words. Stamp out your words, and then you've got words to use at a later date. What else have I got down here? Where are they? That's not the one, sorry, I'll get there in a second. I've got some tickets. You know, like your postcard bit there. Just ink him up. I hope this will work, because I've not used this one before, as you can probably tell. Just pop him on the there you go, and then you've you've got yourself a little postcard that you can cut out, stick to a piece of card, and there's your little piece of ephemera. So that will go in there. Another little one here which I've used a few times. Where's the little block for that one? And you know, just using the scraps. There you've got another little area that you can pop down as for a journaling spot. If you've got a little area that's blank, just a little bit of tea-dyed paper with a little stamp on it, and that's good for adding onto a page. What's this one? Got no idea. I'll just they can go now. What have we got here? That's going to be a belly band. What about that little piece? What if I just ink up that bit? Yeah, I was horrified to start with when I saw people stamping straight off their block. It's just something that I've never ever done. And I thought, oh, you can't do that. You've got to have a block, blah, 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 blah. But you don't. I have come to realise that you don't. And see, that would look lovely, chucked in as a little bit of ephemera. Ink around the edges. You could fussy cut it if you wanted to, but I think it just looks nice inked around. And then if you wanted to sort of collage with it, you've got a piece of your paper, pop down a piece of book page, you know, pop a bit of book page down. If you're going to have a neutral sort of a journal, which hopefully this one that I do next is going to be a little bit more neutral. Pop a little bit of across there. I want to do something a bit different and just have a journal and use up my junk. You know, there's another little piece of that other. Yeah, now I wonder if I've got a bit of music. Yes, I have. Bit of music at the top, and there is a really nice little collage. In fact, I'm going to collage it down because I quite like that. Let's do it. Started off as one thing and it's led to another, so but that's me. I didn't know what I wanted to do today, but I wanted to do something with you guys just to touch base and, you know, just let you know that I'm still around the place. Here we go. And this one I was going to put across the bottom. And I'm just over the side doing it on my inking on my my book paper. And that's going to go in there, so I want this one. And that was going to go under there. Yep. This is a book, music book that someone was doing their theory in, which is a bit exciting, a bit different. Okay, so there's that. Now we'll just put the focal piece down. And I just love all those mixed pieces, all those little bits together. Where's that? I had it dry. I hope you actually saw some of that. There we go. And then my other cutter's not here, so I'm just going to go around the edge, so that I'm still going to have some of that background paper because it is tea dyed. And how cool is that? I really like it. And that could go on an envelope or on a pocket. Different. Okay, now I've got a lot more bits and pieces to play with. What about here? I like these numbers. Oh, I've got a bit of the other. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, so nothing truly exciting. So I just thought it was just a bit of an idea, something to use up your scraps. And by golly, we all have those, don't we? And like I said, this is something I'm going to do. I'll just take my stamp box, take my ink pads, take my scrap box, pop it in the van, and at night while we're watching telly, or in the afternoon while we're having a relax and the others are having their happy hour, I can sit and have my happy hour stamping. I sit around with them and just have a bit of a play at that time of the day. You see, that could just go on to the bottom of a page, so something different. So I hope you found it interesting, or it's not very interesting but helpful. Just an idea of some of the things I'm going to take away in the van with us, so that I can still do some crafting, but I don't have to take a lot of gear and make the other half happy by just not loading up too much in there. One of our trips I took my sewing machine, and oh gosh, you name it, we took it, my girlfriend and I, and we sewed our way around pardon me, New South Wales and Queensland, making all sorts of stuff. But the fellas said, never again, never taking all that stuff again. Oh, well, fair enough, if that's what you think. We'll do that at home. We can take something else on our holiday with us. So this will be lighter, and I think they'll enjoy, or Peter will accept this a bit better. Okay, so that's me for now. It's just a short little one. Until I see you in the next video, happy crafting, and bye for now.